Okay, welcome back to another episode with us.
Welcome back. I'm excited.
Me too. This is going to be fun, right,
Yeah,
Desi?
so fun.
All right, we're going to start this next episode with a question. I have a question for both of you. Okay, what is your favorite thing about being Latina or being brown?
I guess for me, being brown, I don't have to worry about like tanning, like paying to be tan.
Yeah.
Like I just wake up and I'm tan.
Brown.
Yeah, I'm brown. So that's been nice not having to worry about like the extra expense because you have hair, nails, lashes, everything.
Right.
And I don't have to pay for tanning, so that's nice.
Right. Beauty things do be expensive. And
yes.
That's so funny because I'm brown and I still want to get a spray tan.
Have you ever gotten one though?
Yeah.
No, I've heard it looks really good on brown people. It kind of gives you a
Like a
glow.
glow.
Okay, I can understand that.
Okay, well, see, that's why we put on lotion. What is it? Body slugging?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, it's like a TikTok. Is that what, it's like
really? Is that?
I've never
it's
heard
like,
of that.
it's like a TikTok trend where they lather their skin in lotion. And we're like, girl,
or Vaseline or
we've
whatever.
been doing that to not look ashy.
Yeah, you have to.
No, it's true. I didn't even think about that. That is one less expense. I definitely like skip all the spray tan, like self tan ads.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I do lay out though. Can't lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Summer, I am out
I must
baking
Tan real quick.
That's
fast.
a hard question. What's your favorite thing about being brown?
Right. What is your or Latina? It doesn't have to be like a physical thing. It could be like a cultural thing.
That's just the first one I thought of.
Yeah.
Real
No, that's a
quick,
good one.
Without going too deep.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay,
No,
you
that's-
continue though. We have more to
Say,
say.
do you have another one?
I mean, tan. I love that we have thick hair, like more of like naturally thickish hair.
Not me.
I mean,
Okay, but is it not a blessing and a curse?
yes,
Thick hair is a
100%.
blessing
dude.
and a curse.
I see a lot of like mommy bloggers, especially like out here in Utah, and they do like their hair tutorials, and I'm like, I mean, it looks like the loose waves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, for me to get that look, I have to straighten my hair first.
Oh yeah.
And then curl it, and then straighten it again to like have the loose curls. Like,
Yeah.
I have
Same.
to burn my hair so much to just
Mhm.
get that.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
your hair curly? Naturally?
It's wavy in the front,
Oh, really?
and or actually curly in the front, wavy in the back.
Yeah.
Part of
Cool.
the back. So,
Well, I just thought of this. But I think this is like more of like a me personal thing because I'm sure there are a lot of Latinas that get like extensions. Like that's something
I had extensions for a minute.
bro. If I had extensions, could you imagine like the hair on my head?
Dude,
You wouldn't be able to like.
No,
carry
I
your weight.
literally
Like,
wouldn't be.
the maintenance of it. Just because I had
Absolutely
the
not.
ones that you don't take off. I had the ones that they sew in.
Oh yeah.
You had to get them, not replaced, but what's the word? I don't know.
Like
you had to
moved up.
Yeah, moved up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like every 2 to 3 weeks. I had 3 rows of extensions. 'cause
That's
my
a
hair
lot.
is so thick.
Oh wow.
So for it to blend in, I had to have 3 rows.
Yeah,
Most girls
okay.
only get 1 or 2 tops.
Yeah,
I had
dang.
3.
That's crazy.
And the maintenance of it sucked because it gets really humid in there.
Yeah.
And like if I wanted to work out, I'm like, crap, well, I have to wash my hair and it takes forever to dry because like fake
Yeah.
hair, it takes longer to dry.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
now I have clip-ons, but
Yeah. Well, see, like back to like thick hair being a blessing and a curse. Like I've always loved having like thick hair, a lot of hair. But there was a point in my life where I legitimately hated having like hair on my arms or like visible leg hair. I remember being 12 and like being like, Mom, please let me shave. Like, please let me shave. The white girls at
begging at
school
this point.
it's like a
do not have like hair, and I am out here looking like a straight up man. And my mom was like, yes, actually shave. Like, go ahead. Like, you don't even need my permission.
I remember this kid in 8th grade. I remember, and I almost kind of want to say his name because I remember his name. I know he was like, why do you have so much arm hair? And he was Mexican himself. I'm like, you're just doing that to piss me off because
Yeah.
you know we're all hairy.
Oh yeah.
And he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
Why do you have hairy arms? I'm like, F you.
Oh no. Like one of my biggest insecurities.
And I shaved that day. I was like,
That's where mistakes are made. Honestly, when you're insecure about things that are normal,
Like sleep on it.
yes,
Do not
sleep on it
act.
because sometimes you can't reverse the damage.
No,
Seriously.
legit. That's
Because
true.
you shave your arm and then it just grows back thicker. And
Yeah.
it's the worst thing you've ever.
no, you know what? I did not shave that day. I almost kind of wanted to stick it out. So I was like, no, I'm proud of my, and I actually was proud of it for a long time. I was like, yeah, this is my arm hair.
I am now.
But like literally, like I mean, this happened in 8th grade, and I remember it to this day. It probably wasn't after I graduated high school that I was like, I think it's time. I need to shave it.
To do
Like that was still
something about
like in my head. I'm like, this kid told me
It like
hairy arms.
you know, legitimately like traumatized. Like there were comments I was gonna say like there was a kid that sat behind me, and I used to wear my hair up in a bun, and I think I was wearing like a low cut shirt or something. He's like, "You have hair on the back of your neck," and legitimately from that day forward, I never wore my hair up. For like the rest of that school year, because I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, I'm so hairy. Why did hair traumatize me so much? I legit remember being like, I
don't think it's just like Latinas. Honestly, I feel like all women struggle with that. Obviously,
that's
Latinas,
true. I agree.
you have thicker hair, so it's
and
harder
dark
to maintain, and it's honestly, it's just harder in general. But women not having hair, it's just
right. Like forget man, why are you allowed to have hair and why can't we have hair? Like that's so stupid.
I will say though, like girls that have, I don't care a little bit of armpit hair. Like it is what it is. You missed a day or two of shaving, but I've seen some
grows back so fast.
Yeah. But I've seen some girls that legit have grown it out for like a year, and it's like it looks soft. Like,
oh yeah,
from far away.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder.
This girl wants to touch their hair.
I was at a restaurant. This girl like reached out to me.
She's like,
something.
I want to touch your armpit hair.
And I was like, does that girl have like? Because I had a like double look. I was staring at her at that point. I was like, and yeah, she had like long,
I've seen
armpit hair.
Okay, yeah, because when I like wintertime and I don't shave, it's not like long and flowy. It's like
I think that's what I said.
Make it uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
That's why I said it had to be at least a year because of the maintenance of it. Like, she must have had it like shampoo, cream, lotions.
Stop it! She's out here conditioning
so her armpit. Yes, and I was like, see, that's for me.
Yeah,
no,
that's personal. But I understand personal preference.
I applaud the girls that can do it. I'm like,
yes,
honestly, like I wish that I didn't care because the maintenance armpits, like the chokehold my armpit hair has on me. I'm like, I gotta wax every other week, right?
Yeah.
But
what's your favorite thing?
Okay.
Not the word.
Back on a positive note.
Talk about if you're going to talk about things that you hate.
I guess what I was getting at, like the fake hair, we don't have to use like tons of volume stuff, like
voluminizing.
I don't even know.
I have no idea actually.
You know how like back in like when we were in high school, there was like those bops things that you put under your hair.
Yeah, that's
the hair donuts.
I don't know.
Do you remember the hair donuts that we put under the buns?
I used to do that.
Really?
That's the ugliest hairstyle ever.
People did it for their weddings. And looking back, I'm like, that was
like
a mistake.
The classy look.
I was like, that's a mistake.
I did it for church every single Sunday. It was so easy, and I thought it looked like, honestly, if I found the picture of myself with that,
wait, no, you gotta show us a picture of that.
I'll have
like the hair donuts.
Yes,
and we would like wrap our
the little
hair.
thing. Yeah.
I never did either because I was like, I can do that without the donut.
Well, you know, like
I needed the donut. Here's the thing: it's interesting that you're saying that because, like, oh, it's nice to be Latina because we have thick hair. I don't have thick hair. My hair is so fine. So Latinas are different, right? There's white Latinas. There's like, I think it's interesting because like we have that in common that we are brown and there's a lot to talk about there because you go through so much just by being brown. Yeah, it's a thing that we need to talk about. Yeah. But also recognize.
But there's a lot of differences.
Latinas are different, right? There's white Latinas, whatever. You can look like anything. In Brazil, we have the biggest community of Japanese outside of Japan. They're Brazilians.
They're like literally Brazilians. Brazilians look
beautiful people.
Like they don't have a specific look because they're like everything.
Yeah.
Right.
So you guys have a lot of Europeans down there too.
We do.
There's everything. Germans.
Everything. Yeah.
And Italians.
Yeah. We have a lot of like Lebanese in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, yeah, for sure. In Brazil too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of Jewish too.
Yeah.
So I guess there's everything. So I guess these experiences are our own.
Yeah,
and we do not speak for all Latinas.
We do not. We are very well aware that not everyone looks like
us. But like culturally, as a whole, what are some things that we love about being Latinas?
Honestly, for me, what I love the most is like the friendliness and the warmth. Like, I just like going back to Brazil or even going to Mexico. It's just like you feel so loved by strangers.
Yeah,
and that's a feeling I really still it's hard for me to not have that here.
Yeah.
I will say that's probably what I struggled with the most when I moved here was like the lack of friendliness. And people are friendly here. It's just a different kind of friendly.
Yeah.
Like they're very, especially here in Utah, like people are very nice, very friendly.
Yeah.
And they are the kind of people that want to get to know their neighbors. Like that's really, really nice. But it's so much easier to make friends, like in Brazil, at least from my experience. Like it's just, I don't know, people are just more open to.
Well, like, and that just, and also like, just like we talk about like physical closeness, like we give hugs and kisses a lot more than we do here in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
That's just like, we're more cariñosos. I don't know. But again,
that's what it is, cariñosos. And I think that's my absolute favorite thing. That like, we're so welcoming and friendly and loving.
I do love though that I have adapted to like some American things, and I'm like, I don't want to give everybody kisses today.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna be like,
it's the best of
everybody.
worlds.
No, we can literally pick and choose the good things that we want to take from each culture.
It is nice.
Yeah.
And that has been fun.
When we go see Cody's family, I'm like, I don't have to go say hi to that uncle.
Right. No pressure to give every single person.
Mm-hmm. And it's so nice.
Yeah.
Whereas in
like, can I just sleep without saying?
Yeah. Or just like, bye everyone.
No one will be like grosera. Like,
right.
Yeah.
No one will
say Stacy no me saludó hoy.
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Your friend didn't say hi to me. I'm like, Grandma, chill, bro. It's fine. Like,
Dude,
you're not the main character today.
Yeah. So it is nice that we have. At first, I'm like, wow, they're rude. Like, they don't have manners. But now I'm like, they're living the life.
They are. Truly, the amount of awkward moments that I like spent
do you want me to hug you or just keep my distance?
Oh my awkward.
When I first moved here, I had no idea that wasn't a thing, and I was going in for a kiss and a hug with every person I was meeting.
Oh, I bet everybody was like, hell
and like I learned my lesson very fast. I was like, why am I getting this reaction? You know, I'm like, wow, that's just weird to them. But I'll say that's my favorite thing. It's just how close we are to one another.
My favorite thing about being Latina or brown is that, and I'm going to say this again, it's a generalization because it's not true for absolutely everybody, but I love that we dance like all the time. I love that any party, birthday party, anything, quinceañera, whatever, we are dancing. And I come to the United States, especially like in like the church, like people don't dance. Like people are like, oh, it's weird to dance. Like they're shy. And they're not as good at it. However, though,
the thing for me. You're gonna talk about country dancing.
No. I was gonna say, like, Latinos are not good at singing.
My
the worst.
Gosh.
Like church,
it's so bad.
Embarrassing.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Right.
Like,
so
can
we
we just
we
skip
can't
this
have
part?
it all.
Like,
But we have
just trying to get.
I mean, we have talented singers. We can't like generalize everything, but there is a difference. You walk into a Hispanic ward and it doesn't sound very nice.
No.
I noticed that on my mission.
Yes.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
But we have the dancing genes. So it's like
we have the dancing genes.
Right. Like, so I love that, and I love that. Like my mom like taught me to dance. My dad loves to dance. Like I love that, and I love that when we party, it's like, oh yeah, well, you can dance, bachata, whatever. Like, and it's just like the thing that brings us together.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah,
being a Latina is great.
Yeah, I mean, but
it is now. It is now. Was it always?
Yes, it was not always.
Well, that's
good transition right there.
I was gonna say that's what it means, like, pero les falta sazón. Yeah, and I'm like, that's the sazón that we have: music, dancing, food,
right,
being like really touchy with each other.
Right.
Certain point.
We're spicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also hate that we're like spicy Latina. I'm like,
because some Latinas aren't spicy. Here's the thing we have to consider, right? Okay, how do you feel about the trend that's going on now? Like being Latina is the new thing. Like cool, looking Latina, right? Having like curves and the thick hair and the big brows and like, you know, the juicy pumped lips.
Dude, if I was like in high school again, this way,
would we get all the dudes?
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
Take me back.
No, I look back now and I'm like, whoa.
Take me back.
The thing is, I did high school in Brazil.
Yeah.
And I think I was appreciated.
Oh, hell yeah. Good for you.
I think I really
love that for you.
But I did notice that here. like in college.
Yeah, no, I came to BYU and I did
I'm not your type. Excuse me.
No.
But see, okay.
I already know where you're going with this because some
Do it.
guys have the fetish of Latinas, and that's also very annoying.
I mean,
but even then, they still only like a certain type of Latina.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, without getting too deep into it, because we can talk about that forever. That's a whole other situation, at least here in Utah. But like being told by my family and everyone else, like, you're so pretty, blah blah blah, like you're gorgeous, and I'm like, okay, I want to believe that. But then when I go dating or when I try to date, it's like it's not reflecting, and then I see like they're really attractive guys with, I'm sorry, who they're with, and I'm like how do they, you know? And so that was really hard for me to like figure out and like really believe that I am pretty because at least the people that I was trying to date didn't maybe see me that way, and they only wanted to be with me because I was different, I was spicy,
exotic.
I was exotic, which I mean, I like Celine Dion. I love Celine Dion.
Actually, if you were to get to know me, I'm not that exotic.
No, I'm actually a basic white. Like, if you're watching this video real quick,
I'm the most basic Latina there could be.
But you know what? I was talking to my friend and I was like, we can do basic white girl things, but we will never be basic white girls because we're not white. Whatever we do, we get a free pass through like all the trends because we're Latina. We're
the messy bun trends. I'm sorry. I've never look good on Latinas, like on brown people, like the messy bun.
Girl, my bun is messy.
No,
I can't undo it. I'm like,
yours looks
I get it.
It's like thick, but like the sweats, flip flops, no makeup.
Fachula.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
No, we will be called fachulas. And they're called like, the cool athletic girl.
Fachulas? It's like sloppy looking. Like, I remember my uncles would be like, with my cousins, we'd want to wear like the sweatpants, baggy clothes, and my uncles would be like, muy fachulas. Like, you gotta dress nice. Like,
not trying
tight clothes, cute, like outfits.
Show your curves.
Right.
Basically. Yeah. And like,
that's that. I'm gonna wear sweats and baggy clothes for the rest of my life.
First pair of flip flops, because like it was like flip flop day at school or whatever. Like you could
shut up.
She's like, you're not wearing chanclas.
Okay, 7th grade. The trend was to wear, like the girl boxers, and we would wear sweatpants, and we would like sag our pants. So we would be wearing like. Anyway, my mom would
roll your shorts down.
Right, and like we would like wear sweatpants over it to show the like girl boxers underneath, and my mom. She's like, you're not going to school like that. And she dropped me off at school. She's like, you're wearing that? And I'm like, that's what everybody's wearing. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm trying to fit in. Like, I don't fit in, so I'm trying.
It's already hard enough.
Scrunch your sleeves like this and like tie a bow around it.
Yep.
That was cool.
Yeah. Did you guys live through the toe sock phase?
Toe socks?
We would wear toe socks and flip flops. No? Okay. It's very weird. Okay.
Where did you go to high school?
I know. Where did you go?
Well,
this was middle school. This was in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Kentucky's
you did middle.
Weird.
You did schooling here in.
I did middle school in Kentucky, and then I did a little bit of high school here, and then most of high school.
You finished high school in Guatemala.
Yeah, I graduated in Guatemala. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so
I mean, I wore uniforms to school. I did too. I didn't have that much.
Oh, that's nice.
Options.
That's true. That in high school. There weren't very many trends to follow because we wore uniforms. Yeah.
There were trends, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You could go really short with your skirt if you wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
No, we wore the long khaki pants. It was not cute. Like, I don't look at pictures of high school.
I had a cute uniform.
I had jealous.
Like a skirt with a button-up shirt. Like, it was really cute.
Like the TV shows?
Yes.
See, no, mine was
That's how my uniform was.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was cute.
Dang.
Yeah. Mine was not cute. I always wish we could wear skirts, but they were like, no. Khaki or navy blue pants and white polos that had like armpit stains because like the fabric like was awful.
Yeah,
awful. Everybody. It was like the norm. We were like armpit stains. Okay, so
crazy.
It wasn't cool to be Latina always because like I remember like I never felt like I fit in. I mean, also I did middle school in Kentucky where it's like hick, but even like. Now, in college, like here in Utah, like I did not feel like I fit in ever.
This is kind of sad, and I hate that I've done this my whole life, but like I have curly hair. It's not super curly, but it is curly. My entire life, I feel like I've been pressured to have straight hair my whole life. And you guys heard of the Brazilian?
That one.
Yes. You guys heard of the Brazilian blowout, right?
Yes.
Oh, that was big in one day.
It started in Brazil. Like,
Right.
imagine that, right?
I wanted one in 7th grade.
Yes. I got my first Brazilian blowout when I was probably 13. So I've been putting chemicals in my hair since then.
Yeah.
And you had to have straight hair. And I have memories of people making fun of me in school for having curly hair. Like, oh, you didn't like get ready, or like, you know, it's curly. It's like hair that you know, like it's hair. It's hard to take care of curly hair. And I remember I fell into that pressure of having straight hair. And that was my personality. Like, I have straight hair. Like, this is my hair. And I for forever forgot that my hair was curly. And it wasn't until quite recently, like 2 years ago, that I started to wear my hair curly, like naturally.
Wow.
And that's why I chopped my hair off, because I was like, I'm going to get rid of all the chemicals I've had done to my hair, and I'm just going to wear it curly. Naturally. And I've never felt so good and so much like myself. It's like, it's been it's just hair, and I know it's not that big of a deal, but it's changed.
No, it is a big deal.
Confidence so much. Like, the fact that I can go out the house with my hair wet and just let it air dry and just go about my day and feel beautiful, because my hair ends up looking really good when it's curly, in my opinion. And it's just, I love it. Like, I feel so much more like myself. And honestly, I regret looking back now. I wish I wouldn't have cared about that so much, or that even my parents wouldn't have let me go that far, you know, because I should have learned how to appreciate my curly hair when I was younger.
Because, like, I mean, the 90s, that was just straight hair.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the whole
Early 2000s,
early 2000, I mean, all the artists had straight hair. I mean, at least, because, I mean, Mexico's right next to the United States, so Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like,
they were a big influence.
Yeah, no one had, like, natural curly hair.
Yeah.
No, I definitely straightened my hair every single day, all of 7th, 8th grade. And it wasn't until high school that, like, this is so funny. My dad bought me, you know, the gel Moco de Gorilla?
Yes. Oh
it's just like straight up petroleum. We like, he was like, put it in your hair. He's like, let your hair be curly.
Aww.
And then I did, and I was like, wait, I'm different than everybody. And I was like, I'm gonna rock this like different look, because like my hair was like impossible to straighten every day. And it wasn't, honestly, I don't think I loved it until like college. I got here and I was like, okay, I definitely don't fit in. This sucks, because like as humans we kind of want to fit in, but at the same time I was like, no, it's okay that I don't fit in, because I've got this cool hair. And literally it was like, you say hair's not a big deal, it totally is. It's my life.
It totally is.
It's like,
and it's fun.
It's like Stacey, the one with the curly hair. I'm like, yep,
it's like your whole personality.
No, truly.
And the
it's
thing
my
is,
like protector.
There's nothing wrong with having fun with hair. Like, my hair is straight right now. You know, I got out of the shower, I wanted to blow dry it really quick so I can be here on time. It's totally fine to do that. You don't have to like choose one or the other.
No, I still love getting
blowouts. The problem
too,
is
though.
It's not accepting that you're like that and thinking that that's ugly.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it's cool to be different. It's cool to be unique. Even in a world of straight hair, be like okay with having curly hair. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, be the girl with the curly hair.
Yeah.
I will say there was this one girl in high school
And the hairy
that would
arms.
wear, like, she had really curly hair.
Yeah.
And she was American, white girl. She had really curly hair, and I'm like, okay, like, how come I can't be that confident? You know, like, it was just interesting to see also, like, a white girl with really curly hair, and they have gorgeous
it's
curly
awesome.
hair. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's like you go to a hair salon, you don't leave without your hair being curled.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You have to have your hair curled, unless if it's not curled, you're not done yet. It's like not, I think now it's more come together, the 90s blowout, like they're very trendy now.
Yeah, true.
Right? But 2 years ago, every single girl, whenever they get their hair done, they will get it curled.
Yeah.
Oh,
right
I didn't
after
think
that.
about that.
Yeah. Or like the triple raver will make people's hairs look just like yours, like just wavy like that. It's just a new thing. White girls don't necessarily love their straight hair. They always curl it.
100%. White girls are like, I wish I had your hair. And I'm like, and I wish I had your hair.
Yeah.
And so
we're never happy.
That's why we gotta just be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were saying how it wasn't always cool to be Latina, but now it is. Like, everybody wants to be us.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody, but like, there are so many things about us that like people are, I would say, copying. Like, everybody's got the full lips. the thick eyebrows,
the curvy body,
the fat ass, you know, or like trying to, right? I mean, I go to the gym, and what are all of us girls doing? Out there doing the hip thrust every day. So it's like, what made us, like, what was that transition? Like, what made us cool? What do you guys think?
Honestly, the first time I started feeling confident about, like, I wouldn't say I'm like the curviest girl, but you know, you can see the difference between the top and bottom type of deal. At least before I was pregnant, more. But like, honestly, it might sound stupid, but like Nicki Minaj was a huge one for me.
Yeah.
She was like high school time for me, and that's probably why I like her so much. Not necessarily like her music, I still liked it a lot, but it was just like who she looked like, what she looked like, and what she like started showing off. Like, she was like, I have a big butt, and I'm gonna like show it to everyone. Obviously, like Kim Kardashian did that, but it was like she was never like open about, like, I mean, she was, at least to my knowledge, she never came out with like, oh, it's fake. You know? Even though I think
to this day.
Yeah. It's built like that.
They're like, this day. I think they claim they're like, there's no implant.
Like, are you kidding me?
Like, Nicki Minaj,
we all know what a BBL looks like.
Exactly. Even though, like, I'm sure Nicki has gotten stuff done. Like, she doesn't hide it either. At least I don't feel like she tries to hide it. But anyways, that was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj. It sounds stupid, but she started like.
Oh, it's not stupid at all.
The curvy look for me.
And she.
You're like, wait, guys like that?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold up. Wait.
I got a lot to offer.
I think something for me that I noticed that like transitioned, or that put Latinos on the mainstream map, and I was telling you this earlier, but Despacito, the song.
That was big.
Huge. I'm still so mad. I love Bruno Mars, but I'm still so mad that song did not win Song of the Year, just because I do think that. No. And I do not, in my lifetime, I don't think a song has been so influential as that one. And I'll tell you why. When that song came out, I was working in South Jordan, Utah, in a very white private school. So like, these kids are like rich, white, very sheltered, bubbled kids. No offense if you guys are watching, but and I was teaching Spanish there at the time, and I remember the little kids, like 6-year-old rich little South Jordan kids, singing Despacito, and I was like, I have never seen a group of kids like this sing a song in Spanish. And that's when I was like, damn, this song has impacted the world. Granted, Justin Bieber like remixing into it like
was huge, opened
up like Latino music, and since then like Latino music has been on the map. Like, I mean, and now we've got like the King. Bad Bunny, #1 streamed artist in the world.
That's so.
But I'm gonna say that Despacito opened that door, and since then it's like, oh, Latino music, Latino vibes, like Spanish, like culture. Now we've got Don Joaquin and Provo, and who's in there? Literally everybody, not just Latinos. Everybody's up in Don Joaquin.
There were obviously like a lot of artists, right, before Luis Fonsi and Justin Bieber. Like, big ones were Daddy Yankee.
Oh yeah,
that was big.
Yeah, and everybody knows Gasolina, but I don't know. There was something about that like legit. It was more everybody.
Like, oh, that song, it's for that group of people. You go to a Bad Bunny concert now, there's tons of white people that cannot sing to a single word, but they're having the time of their lives.
Yeah, no,
like,
I had
we went.
Like,
did you see a lot of white people at the Las Vegas concert? I mean, we were in Miami, like full of Latinos, but there's a lot of white people, and they're having the best time of their lives. But they feel like they belong and they want to be a part of it, and they think it's the coolest thing in the world. It's a weird feeling. Like, I remember looking, and I'm like, what? This is the first time ever that I see these people excited about something like this. Yeah. This is just supposed to be for us, right?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, this was our thing. What are you doing?
But they're totally welcome.
And I love it. I love watching. Too. Like, I had a couple friends at work, like, they're like, oh, you're going to Bad Bunny. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know Bad Bunny? They're like, we love Bad Bunny. We have no idea what he's saying, but I love him. And I'm like, good, keep it that way, because he's like,
that's crazy.
Sorry, Grandma.
It's just so crazy, because if they were to understand like what he's saying, they will love him even more.
Right.
Like, I'm like, how can
like he's changing the world. Yeah. No, he's 100%. Like, he's so revolutionary.
It's insane to me how literally 2015 he came to Utah for $25 per ticket.
Like, I'm gonna slam my head into this table for not going.
Dude,
I'm
so mad.
Sunday,
and I was like, keeping the Sunday home.
You didn't go?
No, because I'm like, it's on a Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
So crazy to me though that Bad Bunny was a freaking bagger in Puerto Rico. And like,
wait, he was a bagger?
Yeah, dude. He was bagging people's food and like working on music, and then that's when he started.
He was imagine going through the grocery store line and being
so
like
crazy.
Watching him put
Benito.
And look at him now. I just watched him at
Same.
the Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play.
Yeah, that's it. And like, I mean, it wasn't sold out, but it was
pretty much sold out. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's just crazy to me, and it's cool to see someone that like I kind of grew up with like go so big so quickly. Like growing up, I heard of Michael Jackson. Like I knew Michael Jackson when he was already big, but people saw him.
Could Bad Bunny be the most famous person to ever live? Bro.
I think so.
You think so? He's the #1 streamed artist in the entire world.
I don't almost like want to jinx it, you know?
Right, knock on wood.
Because I mean, Selena was getting there. And look
my mom said that her death made her more famous.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't that famous.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, could Bad Bunny?
I hope nothing happens to him.
Bro.
Let's just say that.
It is.
I think we should stop this conversation.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. Like literally everybody knows who he is. Like I will walk around.
Whether you like him or not.
Everybody knows who he is, and people don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma
half of
does not like him.
Moms don't like him.
But he's so much bigger than a few like vulgar lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he pay attention
nothing.
to the good things that are coming from him, and not just like perreo music. You know, it's like there's so much more than that.
No, it's like he's revolutionary. He's changing the world. Mm-hmm. He is not only like the #1 reggaeton artist right now, but the things he's doing for the world. Like he is defying all gender norms. He's like, I will do the acrylic nails, fake boobs, dress like a girl, and rocks it. Like nobody's like, wow, he did that. No, everybody's like, it works.
It's cool.
It works.
Yeah.
He's defying like machismo rules. He's
not
like
coming from, because we all know Latino culture, machismo is just like
predominant. It's like so dominant.
So to have a man, you know, kind of do those changes and like
coming from like a rap background.
Yeah, exactly. Because reggaeton has always been kind of like
manly machista.
Like the man has control. I'm singing about my girls and what they're doing.
Make music that doesn't only talk about that, which he does have a lot of songs that talk about perreo and woman, whatever. But a lot of
in an appreciative sense rather than a dominant.
Yes,
sense.
But there's also a lot of music from him that is just another thing.
Yeah, no, it's like, and it's like empowering too.
Yeah,
that's great. I love him.
No, and like the thing I think I love the most about him is how well he's using his platform. He is singing and using his voice for Puerto Rico, for Latinos, especially for Puerto Rico.
And our younger generation too.
Truly.
It's like he's giving us power to like go out and speak on what we think, you know?
No, it's true. And he's standing up for, do you guys watch the the mini documentary about how he is like telling the world like, hey, there are power outages. Like this needs, like we need to stand up for these.
Music video.
Yeah. And how Americans are going to Puerto Rico and like buying all the real estate that's like on the beach, kicking out people that have been living there for 30 plus years, leaving them without a home, and making it Airbnb so we can all go vacation there. Swear on my life, if I ever go to Puerto Rico, I'm going local owned only.
Yeah.
Food, like places to stay, activities. Like if an American owns it, sorry. Like, nah. I love him. He's giving Latinos the voice that we needed.
And it's like so sad that most Americans don't recognize Puerto Rico as part of America.
Right.
That boggles my mind. That they see it as like some little island country when it's like, no, they are part of you, and for them to treat Puerto Rico like that is not good. And Bad Bunny, like you said, is doing a lot of good things, and a lot of Puerto Rican artists have been around longer than him, and they haven't done much.
Right.
At least to my
not
knowledge.
using their platform in that way, at least. No, it's true. Like successfully, or they've been successful using music, but they haven't like opened our eyes to, oh, hold up, we need to stand up for ourselves. He is like people in Puerto Rico are standing up for themselves, are protesting against these things, and Bad Bunny's like shouting it to the world right there with them.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's amazing.
No, it is kind of, sometimes I do get kind of bothered by Americans kind of taking Latino things. Like, but on the flip side, I am pretty happy that like the Latino, there are aspects of Latino culture that are being copied and being
and admired. It's
Admired.
trendy now.
It is,
Latino.
yeah.
It's trendy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To look Latino, act like a Latino. It's trendy.
Some people would call it cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Okay, so but that's to them too.
What?
I said it needs to be trendy to be nice to them too.
Yeah,
for
sure.
The one thing that
How do you guys
being
feel?
nice should be trendy.
Yeah, overall,
it is. It has always been,
and it should always be.
It should always.
How do you guys feel about like Latino things being trendy now when it was never? You know.
I think that what's the phrase? Imitation is the best form of flattery. So I love it. I'm like, you want to be Latino? Cool. Let's all be Latinos. There is a time and place where things are taken too far. There are certain things that are like sacred and religious and that shouldn't be taken lightly. Mm-hmm. That being said, I'm all about
honestly, like for me, it's more like if done so with admiration, that's one thing. Yeah. If done so with like, let me take from you and let me change things up and
make it my own.
Yes. And that's where I have a problem. Like, and that happens a lot. Yes, literally. That happens a lot with food. I feel like that's something that
spa water.
Yeah.
Like
what is like
street corn.
Cowboy caviar. Hey, it's ceviche.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Like
even like cheese bread bugs me.
Right.
It's ponche Cajun. Like there's a name for it. Call it what it is.
Find out, or if you don't know, find out.
Learn.
Right. Find out what the name is and use the correct name. Give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely.
But by all means, take our agua fresca and drink it because it's delicious.
I mean, we have to share what we have. It's too good.
It's too good.
It's too good.
Well, see, now it's like I can brag about it. Like, oh yeah, that's called Jamaica. You know, like I grew up with that, so let me teach you about it.
I love Jamaica.
But like, for me, I didn't start almost like sounds weird, but like liking myself until it was trendy here.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the part that I hate that I didn't know how to embrace that part of myself growing up. Maybe if I grew up in Mexico, like for a longer period of time, like
because everyone is like that.
Yeah, then it would have been different. But here, being surrounded by not only Americans, but on top of that, we have like very religious Americans. And so it's like a whole different culture in itself. And so it was really hard for me to like really embrace my thick lips and my thick hair and my brown skin at times. I am grateful that I've never hated my brown skin and I was never bullied for it, which I'm grateful for that. I've heard of horrible stories, right? But yeah,
I'm kind of kicking myself thinking like I could have embraced how cool I was.
Yeah.
Like all this time.
Yeah.
Granted though, I will say we were young.
No one's confident
when you're young, like I see this all the time. Like when you're young, all you care about is what people think about you. And
what do you know?
Right. We didn't know any better. But now that we know, like let this be a lesson for everybody. Like us forever. Like no matter what the trends are, no matter what the world's telling us, no matter what TikTok's telling us, like we have to embrace our own beauty and be like, I am so cool. Yeah. I am beautiful. And I love myself regardless of what the world is telling me.
I feel like we're like starting to get there.
Is that maturity? Is that like us being mature?
That totally is maturity.
So are we growing up?
And that's a conversation that most people are having nowadays. It's like very common to talk about acceptance. And it's almost like if you judge someone too much, if you say like you need to look like this, or it's almost like a sensitive topic now. Like we don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you're supposed to look like this.
Yes. Like it's almost like you can't say that anymore. And I'm glad that like it's been changing. Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's not as acceptable as it was to tell people, you know, because in Brazil, for example, a lot of people say, ela tem cabelo ruim, and that means like she has bad hair. Like her hair is hard to deal with. No, her hair is curly. That's what it is.
Of course.
Yeah. And in Brazil for a long time, even in Brazil, right? That's where I'm from. Most people are Brazilian, whatever. But like I said, like we talked about it earlier, like there's white people in Brazil too, right? And even if you are Brazilian and look the most Brazilian you can still suffer a lot in Brazil with racism and stuff. And I've always hated that. And I still have friends today that say, ela tem cabelo ruim, like she has bad hair. And it's like, that's not bad. That's curly hair.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it's interesting because nowadays there's still some people that will say that, but you will be called out. called out for saying that.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that we're recognizing that, like,
and before it was very common to just say that and no one will even like say
it's to you. No, just because something doesn't fit the norm or the common trend doesn't mean it doesn't have beauty. And that's us because forever we weren't the trend, we weren't the norm, we weren't the one that fits in, but we were still beautiful, like we still are, you know, and I hope that everybody that listens to this is like, I love like, I am beautiful regardless of what is on TV, regardless of what the celebrities look like.
Because also, like, now we feel good about being Latino is trendy, to have curves and, you know, whatever, all the things that are trending now about being Latino, like the lips, whatever. That makes us feel good, but not necessarily people that don't look Latino feel good, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about that. It's not about like, oh, this is trending now. Now it's our time to shine. It's our time to feel like, I'm so sorry, like, move over. It's my time, right?
It's our own individual time to shine, always.
It's like,
no matter what we look
it's just a slap in the face for us, I think, to be like, oh, we were always beautiful. We didn't recognize that, right? But I also think it's important that we understand that everyone is different and it's not about being trendy, because trends will change. And what is that going to do to you? Because one day maybe other things will be popular, and
like freckles were popular for a second. I'm like, I don't have freckles, and then people will draw. I mean, and that's cool. Like, that's
totally. And if the trends make you feel good, do it. Like, do what makes you feel beautiful.
There needs to be that many rules. The rules bug me. Be free. Make yourself feel good.
Honestly, life is way too short for us to be spending any time hating what we look like.
There's a lot of girls, I mean, not even Latinos, right? Let's, like, Americans, their skin is so pretty, so like shiny in a good way, and I'm like, oh my goodness, she has beautiful skin, and you know, and so everyone's beautiful. Everyone has their own features. Like, when girls have like freckles all over, like, I think it's so
I love freckles.
Pretty. But then to hear that they were always ashamed of it, I'm like, oh.
They covered it up with makeup forever.
It's so interesting. At work, I want to start offering henna freckles as a service, and I've been trying it out. And I got this message from this person that follows me. She's like, "Oh, I can never accept this trend. Like, I've hated my freckles my entire life." And she took a picture and she sent it to me. She's like, "Look at me. Like, I've hated this my entire life. It baffles me that people want to look like this. This is the ugliest thing." And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, you are so cute. There's people paying me so I can give them freckles that will only last 10 days.
Honestly,
do you understand that?
Let me come
and
over
and
get some freckles.
And I feel like that was a little bit healing to her, because we kind of had a conversation. And she's like, no way, I can't believe this. Like, I've hated this my whole life.
Well,
stop hating on ourselves.
That just comes to show that, like, no matter, I mean, it's all with, like, inner work. It's all how you see yourself. You know, if you see yourself in the mirror, do you like, oh, I kind of like this? I'm like, no, I don't even want to see myself in the mirror. Like, what's your attitude about it? And it's like, I don't know. It takes a lot. It takes time to, like, accept yourself and not try to compare yourself to others. It is hard, but it's like, it is attainable.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and like, you see all these like really, like, thick girls on Instagram, and they're just flaunting their curves, like, they're just showing it off. And I've heard people like, oh, I wish I had their confidence. And I'm like, like, they've gotten to the point that they don't care what other people think, and they're making money off of like their confidence in themselves. It's just
it's all about, like, you have to decide for yourself what is beauty to you, and have your own opinion. Because if you're just always going to wait to see what's trendy and try to adapt every single time, you can't adapt. Beauty is not that adaptable, and I know we've been adapting for a long time, but there's extremes, right? And I think it's just deciding for yourself, like, what is beauty to you? What do you, because actually I think curly hair is so beautiful. And honestly, looking back when I was little, I did think curly hair was beautiful. But the people telling me that it wasn't, I was like, oh, maybe it's not, you know? And
we can't let society and trends and TikTok dictate the way we view ourselves. Like, we have that power to be like, and it's hard, and we got to train ourselves to, like, look in the mirror and be like, actually, no, I like this, I like that. And
Well, before we finish this episode,
yeah,
kind of want to set a challenge
Okay.
for
Let's
us
do it.
and our listeners. So I'm reading this book, and it's a therapist, and she has this whole chapter about like self-acceptance, self-love, and she at the end of every chapter in her book, she gives like an exercise that you should do to be able to overcome trauma and certain things that she's trying to work with you. And her exercise is to take time every day to look at yourself in the mirror and look for things that you love about yourself, because we spend so much time looking at other people and admiring other people's beauty, like, oh, she looks like this, she looks like, we're looking so much at other people, not as often at ourselves. So her exercise is to look in the mirror and just like study your body and admire you, because how are you going to love yourself if you don't know yourself?
Right. We have to romanticize ourselves and romanticize our own life.
Yeah.
And not compare ourselves.
Yeah.
To everybody else.
You know that trend on TikTok that's like, what would you say to her? And it's like a picture of yourself. And
I know. That trend makes me like every time I see a video, I'm like, literally, what would you do with little you coming to you? Like, oh my gosh, the things I would say.
Our 10-year-old selves walking in right now.
I will. First of all, I'll give myself the biggest hug and be like, "Girl,
I'm gonna cry thinking about that right now.
Like, why is that such like? Why?
I know. That I would.
Little Stacy.
I know.
She hated her curly hair.
I have so many things to say to little me.
That's so sad. No, we're switching that, and we're switching that, and we're changing this.
Are you crying?
I mean, I'm tired.
But think about this. Like, think about Natalia. Do you want her to like ever feel like
how
we felt thinking
never.
We're not the pretty ones in the class. The boys will never like us because we're brown.
The way I'm gonna speak to my kids is gonna be different. Like I am much more aware of that now, and I don't blame my parents for it. I just don't think they
did the best with what they knew.
Yes. And I think I also, like, our parents were, my mom was 25. I'm sure she was, struggling, trying to compare herself as well, right? I just think that this conversation is happening more often now, and it's creating a better educated generation for our future generation. Like, now we know, you know?
I think, and we have to be the ones to choose to make that change.
Yeah.
Of like, when we have daughters, and granted, my mom
allow themselves.
My mom
to talk about
was incredible to me, and she like always boosted my self-esteem, which was like great. But like even just to myself, like I would bring myself down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, think about yourself in a positive way. Like romanticize yourself.
You're the person that says the most horrible things about yourself.
We are our own worst
Chances
critics.
are, no one's talking that badly about you.
because I definitely don't think negatively about. I mean, obviously we like judge people and stuff all the time, but like I definitely think most negative about myself.
But do you sit there and think, oh my gosh, she's so ugly? Like that doesn't come to my head whatsoever. Never. It's more like, why does my hair look like this today? You know, we're just thinking about ourselves.
Yeah. So let's challenge ourselves.
Yeah.
What was it? To look in the mirror?
Look in the mirror every day and romanticize.
Tell yourself how beautiful you are.
Yeah. Find things that you like.
Yeah.
And go beyond that, right? Not just looks.
Not just looks.
Like,
what do you love about yourself?
I'm really smart, or I'm funny. Like, just study yourself. Get to know yourself. Yeah. You can't love yourself if you don't know yourself.
Okay, listeners.
So crazy.
If whoever's listening to this, pause this for a sec and be like, what do I love about myself? And say it out loud.
Right now.
Seriously.
What do you love about yourself? Say something right now.
My laugh.
You do have a great laugh.
It's so good. I know when I laugh, people are laughing, and I love that.
You're like, I'm gonna laugh for you guys.
I'm gonna laugh for you, and I'm
doing
gonna
you
make
favor.
you laugh. Honestly, I love that about me. That when I let people laugh.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's a contagious laugh. It really is.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
God, what do you love about yourself?
What do I love about myself? I've always liked that I don't have to smile with my face, like my eyes. I've always been told that
you are good at that.
Don't. I mean, this is from my choir teacher back in senior year. She literally had me stand in front of the whole classroom. She's like, look at her face, like the way she expresses the song. That's how I want you guys to express. And she had me sing
smile with your eyes.
The whole class.
Wait, was that from? She's meant smile with your eyes.
Yeah. So I I mean,
Spice.
it's not like I practice either, but I've just been told that like you have kind eyes, like you have bright eyes. So
You really do.
I've always liked that. You know, if anything, I'm glad I don't have like a resting. What is it?
Oh, I definitely do.
RBF.
But I kind of wish I did sometimes. Like you kind of need it in sales.
Oh,
That's true.
But I
have it.
This is who I am, and I'm embracing that. And whoever wants to work with me in real estate, like they can come to me. They know what I'm going to be like. I'm not going to change myself to be more of a cold-hearted biatch, you know, to attract. So it's like I feel like I have a kind, happy face without having to
You
smile.
really do.
Thanks.
You really do.
No, that's true. Love
so
that.
sweet.
What do you love about yourself?
Oh my gosh. I hate this question because I'm not good at this.
I have something to say about you. You are the greatest friend someone can have.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
No, for real.
Shut up. I'm gonna.
Are we all gonna cry?
All right, episode's over. Thank you, everybody.
Like I wish everyone had a Stacy.
Yeah.
Are you for real right now?
I'm gonna cry. No, for real. I tell you, Sierra, my boyfriend, this all the time. I'm like, Stacy, the quality, like the richest, like best quality of her, she knows how to be a friend. She's there, like literally, if I ever text her and I'm complaining about my day, she doesn't say, oh, that sucks. She says, how can I make your day better? Like that's her immediate reaction. And I've never in my life have I had a friend that like is a friend, not just like a company and someone funny to be with, but like she's a friend.
Genuinely sobbing right now.
No, the definition of a friend is you. For real. And
shut up. No,
a lot of people
thank you.
Honestly, I honestly think that's like one of your greatest qualities.
Thank you. That's so sweet. No, I feel that way about you guys. Genuinely. Look at me. I'm a hot ass mess right now.
You're so good at it. I'm like, wow. She teaches me to like ask people if
how
they
to be
need
a good
something.
friend.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, this episode was not supposed to go this way. I was not supposed to cry ever.
I hope you know that though.
Oh, I love you. You guys truly like. I don't know if I said this the first episode, but I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else.
Seriously.
And I think that you guys open up like a side of me that is very like real and analytical and just deep
like this
and
is who you
personal.
are.
It's like very human to me.
You have so many experiences that you can like talk to anyone about, and a lot of
I think that's the three of us, and I think that's why genuinely, like, if no one listens to this, if the three of us are doing this for us, like I'm so happy.
It's honestly a healing thing.
Yeah,
it really is.
All of us
to talk about things.
You guys, okay. Anyway, with that being said, love yourselves.
Yeah.
I love that we start an episode with a plan and we end it with whatever just comes. And I'm happy that we talked about self-love today because that's something that I think we all, like, no matter who you are, Latina, not Latina, boy, girl, mom, not mom, like wherever you are in life, I think self-love is something that we can all work on. In like, life is so much better when you love yourself. Life is so much better when you think positively about yourself. Like, we genuinely need to live our lives being like, I'm a bad bitch and I can do whatever I want.
And there are more important things in life
than what our hair looks like in what
way more important
what jeans we're wearing. If you still want to wear skinny jeans, do it. Like, or not. Whatever. or not. Or just wear the sweats. Let's be what chudas.
It's like the low jeans.
You know what we should do?
Okay, except for low-rise jeans. Take those out of humanity.
We should go to like a mountain, just the three of us, and just like scream. Like, I've been wanting to do that for so long. Do you have nothing to scream about? Because I do.
I have everything to scream about. I love screaming.
Need to like just, I haven't done that. We should do that.
Pass out for like 3 days.
Or that.
Because I'm just releasing so many emotions.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another episode.
Speaking of another episode, come back next week.
Yes.
Because there'll be another one here for you.
Oh.
Join us every week.
Things to talk about.
We have so much. Okay, we love you guys so much. Also, we like mini launch today on social medias. And we got so much love, and I'm really genuinely so happy.
I know.
We
This
almost
is
have
awesome.
100 followers.
How many followers do we have? Should we check?
We started with like 3, us.
And Cody.
And Cody. Shout out to the husbands and boyfriends and roomies that were constantly.
Okay, we are at 81.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
We love you. All 81 of you.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for being
That's
here,
awesome.
and we will see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
And join us next week for our next episode.